So your assignment will be to animate this robot. It's very easy, it's very simple. I want you to make him dance. I want him to make you jump. No, do something exciting, not just the arms up and down and the head moving. Make something that is ridiculous. That's when it gets very hard, by the way. Make something that is funny, and try to, put your own character. How would you animate this robot? You can create another robot if you'd like. And how would you, be proud of your animation is very important. Not just to go systematically what I am doing. I'm doing boring things because I'm trying to show you concept and show you how to use it. You must go and have fun. Cool. So let's start looking a bit of how I arranged the layers to obtain a very good rigging. First of all, I will come to null 6 and remove the eyeball here. I don't want to see the null 6. Then let's look at the head. I put the head on top because I think the head should be on top. I could have put it behind the torso or even behind the hips, but now I put it on top of everything. That's pretty convenient, by the way. Most importantly, the right hand. If you notice, you have the right hand on top of the right arm, on top of the right upper arm. That makes a lot of sense. Of course, they are going to be on top of each other. One of them has to be on top of the other. But organizing them this way will make it easier for you to animate, and you will not see during the animation the connection parts. Let's look at the left hand. Okay, the left hand first, left arm and the left upper arm. I want to zoom in here to show you a few things. It's like kind of a cheating that will make your life much easier. I press alternate and scroll up a bit. Yeah, here we are, something like this. Good. Let's take the left hand. This is the left hand. Let's remove visibility on the left hand. You notice that the left arm is extended to be under the left hand. You put it back. You notice why? Because if I wanted to animate the left hand, I don't want, of course, the animation to be like this, but I need to animate so they look always connected and there is no blank space in between or some parts that are appearing. Of course, now the anchor point is in the wrong place. I'll put it back to 0. Cool. And the same works for the upper arm and the arm itself. Let's remove visibility on the arm. And if you remove it, here you are, you notice there is a small extension. This is pretty convenient. And if you want to, for example, to take a JPEG image or a robot that you have done in PNG, you can cut it off in Photoshop or any other software and make your layers. When you come over here, then they are somehow, overlapping under. Okay, that is the first note I want to give you. Now that we have the limbs in the right order, including the legs, which one comes on top and which comes to the bottom, the last bottom? Is it the hips or the torso? Here it's your choice and it depends on the drawing. Notice that I have put the hips as the last layer. And of course, I want the hips to be the main layer, and I will connect them to a null layer to be able to move the robot anywhere I want using only the movement of the null layer or the movement of the hips. So my hips here, or the hips of my robot here, came at the end, at the bottom. Then I have the torso. The torso came on top of the hips. These are decisions that you want to do before you start animating, not after you start animating. Notice, okay, the torso is halfway and so on. And then I put the head on top. I didn't have to, but I think it's okay like this. Now, we come to the next part of how to animate our robot. It is the part where you adjust your anchor points. So notice I got the robot, I put the layers in the right places. In Illustrator or Photoshop or any other software, they don't have to be in this order. They could be in any order you have drawn them. It really doesn't matter. Cool. So now we work on the anchor points and try to adjust the anchor points wherever you want them. I will take the pan behind, give you a couple of examples, the rest is up to you. I can move the head from over here. Right? That's cool for me, for example. You can do something else. Let's see, where's the head? Here it is. If I open rotation, that's how you test before you start animating. It seems pretty cool. When I rotate it even to the maximum, I deselect. It's still very connected. It doesn't have any problem. Cool. I will undo this and zoom back to fit. Cool. Let's take now the anchor point of the torso. Now the torso is a base part. You might say a robot can move the torso from down here if you like, or from up here, anywhere you like. This is your decision and how you want to animate it. Let's go back to the hips now. Now the hips is the main element. We don't want to move the hips maybe, or you want slightly to move the hips, and then you decide, okay, I'm gonna take the anchor point and put it down here or up here. Depends on what you want. So you notice for the head, the torso, and the hips, you have choices of how you want to animate. And it's very important that you decide before you start animating. So in the next lecture, I will demonstrate to you what I have done as animation. But you have to go out and animate this robot and make him dance all the way. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in the next lecture.